Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I think enough time has passed and the burn from the day before has finally left us. So I thought it would be best to go over some games that are like the day before, but they actually exist. I have a bunch I'm generally excited for, so I'm very eager to make this video. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Now, the day before was a giant catastrophe. It didn't work very well. It didn't work at all. But what was really good was how it got everyone so angry together. So I cannot complain on that. It united everyone, which is great. However, the first game I want to cover is actually releasing in July. So it's very, very real. Not only is it releasing in July, it's also getting a demo coming out this month. So it's very much real. And to make sure it's real, I played it a couple of months ago and I really enjoyed it. I didn't really know what was going on. I only played for like 3 hours and I enjoyed it enough to want to play more, but I was a bit lost because I was doing it whilst I was waiting for a video to render, so my mind wasn't 100% on it, but I did really enjoy it. And every time I talk about this game, whether it's on TikTok or whatever, people get really hyped up. And as someone that finds video games for people to play, my goal is to try and get people as excited as possible for upcoming releases, because I find that people are so negative and toxic, and I feel like being excited for things is great. I'll still get comments like, this is like the day before, like whatever, it was one game, let's move past it very quickly. Now, the thing that separates Once Human, apart from the day before, is the abilities. It looks very similar, but the abilities are a little bit more different. I still haven't made up my mind on the abilities just yet. I think they're quite distracting, but I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. I didn't really see them too much in my game when I played it, so let's only hope that they aren't as distracting as they look. But it does set the game aside from others, so that could be quite interesting. It is releasing on PC and mobile, which is a red flag for me, but as I said, I have played it and it was fine, it was real. I would love to know why they decided to go for mobile and not console. I don't know. I know mobile gaming's way up there, but this game looks like something you need to be, I'm trying to know what the word is, kind of immersed in like a big screen as opposed to being on a phone. But listen, I'm not a mobile gamer, so I'm not the audience. I'm just happy that it's coming to PC. Console releases are pending, but I'm just, as I said, I'm interested as to why they decided to go for a mobile release. Now, what makes this a really good contender for the post-apocalyptic world is it's super strange. Like, it's a post-apocalypse. It's supposed to be weird and wild, and I think that's why Fallout does such a good job at it. And it has the usual crafting, it has the usual, weapon building and reinforcing, but these look good. But what looks insane is the building. Now, we see it a few times in the trailer, and it does look generally insane. The capabilities you can do does let my mind wander a bit, as I am the resident builder in the group. Everyone goes out and scavenges, and I am the one that stays at home building, cooking, and all that kind of stuff. And what I really enjoy is you can fortify an RV and travel in that. It does look quite silly, but to be honest, it does match the energy of the game. Another big thing for this is the monsters in the game as well. Now, they look really good. They actually look unique, and a lot of thought process has gone into it. You got things like tree monsters to sirens to a walking bus that you can actually travel on and travel the world in it. It's super weird. The map itself is 10 times the size of Fortnite, which is really mind-blowing. It's massive. The biggest thing for me will be, does the map feel alive? That's the one problem that I've got, to be honest. So we'll see. I don't mind large maps, just please have something to do on the map. I'd rather a small map and it be filled with things as opposed to a giant map with, things not to do every 3-4 minutes. You can also fly on a eagle looking thing as well. I don't understand this, but I'm sure it's fine. You fly around, it's like basically the umbrella from Nightingale, if anyone played that. It looks super fun, super unique. Now listen, the game looks good. The demo is dropping on June the 10th, with the main game dropping on July the 10th. So you've got an entire month between the demo releasing and the main one. And the demo is only available on PC. Now, it is multiplayer. I only saw people like once or twice in the original demo that I played, but I enjoyed that because I feel like the community does ruin games sometimes. I just wanted to take a brief moment to mention my other content. So if you're enjoying this video, please drop a little like on it. It really does help. And if you have any feedback for me, please let me know. If you want to keep seeing more videos, obviously consider subscribing. As a almost 30-year-old grown man, I get so excited when I see like a little bit of feedback or a comment, or just like a subscription go up by one. Like, it's so addictive. So guys, any support would be absolutely great. But I appreciate you watching the video. Please let me know what kind of games you want to see and what you want me to cover. If you do want to see more content, you can go over to TikTok or Instagram, and I basically showcase a new game or a couple of games each day, so you can find out new ones coming out there. And I also stream on Twitch, all under the Mavitivo name. It's always hard finding a part in the videos to promote my other stuff, but if you did want to, it's all over there. Now, next up, another game I'm excited for. It started development in March 2022 and was first shown at the Future Game Show in August that same year. So within like what, 4 months, 5 months, they went from being announced to a trailer coming out. It was really good. I don't know if that's development started in March 22. I know I just said it started development in March 22. I think it did from looking at the timeline on their website, but I may have got that wrong, and I may have like took that wrong. But to me, that's where it started. But it's incredible to go from that distance. They had an alpha session at the end of last year and are approaching another one as well. Now, the game is called Rooted, and it's set in the 2100s, and you play as one of the many few survivors. The world collapsed due to a bacteriological, I really hope I said that right, warfare, and you need to build camps, survive against other players and AI enemies. Now, they have outlined the survival process, with the beginning being in the forest, trying to hunt and take care of yourself with plant and water treatments. Then you progress into exploring villages and finding items from before the end of the world. You can choose to repair them and learn blueprints, and after doing that, you are prepared to venture into the abandoned city and the point of interest that will pit you against other groups. There's a few groups in this game, which makes it quite interesting, but the end game does seem to be the city. The enemies can range from humans to animals to even robots. They have the dogs that are from the Black Mirror episode. If you want to watch that, that's what they reminded me of. It does have co-op, but you can play alone if you're more of that person. As I said when I was talking about once human, I am that kind of person. I like playing solo. I find it more scary. I find it more challenging. I just generally enjoy horror / survival games playing on my own. Some games I do enjoy the multiplayer, but I do find that the community just ruin it, and they can just be quite toxic as well. The next game though, we have Pioneer, which is one of the more visually exciting games for me. It's a first-person action MMORPG where, like others, your only goal is to survive and explore the world. It has both PvE and PvP to keep things exciting and fresh. I just personally hope there is a PvE only mode or server where I can jump on and stay away from the main gaming community, that can kind of ruin it. But before I get into this, I just want to say the developers on Pioneer are super transparent when it comes to updates and information, so it's really nice to see. It is releasing on PC, obviously, like almost every game now, but it is supposed to be coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It's set in a post-apocalypse Soviet-era inspired island, and is releasing this year. Now, it has been delayed since 2022, so maybe expect another delay, because I haven't seen much from it up until now. It is a bit annoying, but they have kept communication top shelf, so I'm just hoping that that they will stick to this and they will continue moving forward. So let's just all keep our fingers crossed and let's keep hoping. Now, Pioneer has a couple of features that make it really fun. For example, it has a day and night cycle with more enemies coming out in the daytime and less in the evening. The game has no enemy or players' health bars, so that could be quite infuriating, but quite fun, quite different. But there will be a main story that if you do complete it, it will explain how the world got to how it is, and you have the ability to build up your loyalty with up to 4 different factions, which all offer different things. It looks really fun. It looks quite confusing. The monsters look good, but the graphics look really good, which is really nice to see. Pioneer, as I said, is supposed to be releasing this year, but let's keep our fingers crossed for that one. Our last game looks really fun. It's called Derelicts, and I've been following this for like 2 years. It feels like 2.5 years. It was one of the first games I covered on my short form content, and when I look back at it, I realized how bad my content used to be, and it's a lot better now. Now, Derelicts has a huge focus on base building and physics. We live on a space station that somehow crashes on Earth. I assume either the space station does, or like a space alien ship does. I would assume you're often like traveling in like a spaceship and then it crashes. I don't really know yet. But you have to then survive against mutated animals and humans. But the most important thing is survival. Now, you will need to use the power of the wind, the power of the sun, and nearby water to keep your base powered up. That includes things like water wheels, turbines, and things like solar panels to help. And the game does have weather conditions that will change, depending on what's going on, and will change how you think about surviving. So you will need to deal with blizzards and thunderstorms as they become part of the game, and they will really challenge you on your kind of survival. Now, the best thing about this game, guys, is you are able to get a dog companion. Now, I don't know about you, but any game where I can get a little puppy friend is a win in my books. Every game that you can get a dog in, I'm sold, you know what I mean? The developer has said that they have taken a huge inspiration from the Forest and the Metro Stalker series, but their last update was on the 3rd of April. So as of recording this video, it's been a couple months now, so we're just praying that they've gone a bit radio silent because they're so busy. So let's hope that as well. The problem that I have when it comes to covering games and finding new games, which is obviously that's what I do on like TikTok, and that's what I do here, is I get so excited for upcoming games, and a lot of them don't even have the kind of release date that I like, and it's always like down the way, you know what I mean? Now, however, that is it for me talking to you about games that are like the day before, but they do actually exist. My thought, I just want to ask, if you're still watching this, did you play the day before? Because I didn't get to play it because I was out of the country when they released it, and by the time I got back, they'd taken it off. So I didn't get to try it out. Did anyone get to try it out? And also, let me know what you're most excited for in all the games I said today. Now, personally, for me, Once Human has got me good. It's really got me good, but I just need to see what the abilities are like. Apart from that, the base building looks great and the monsters look insane. Now, I cover a bunch of different games, guys, so that's enough from me, but I do cover a bunch of different games. So if you do want to keep up to date, then as I said, consider subscribing to the channel. But anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day, and until the next video, I'll see you later.